big tasty games, but let's just get Man United out of the way. Man United are hosting Brentford at Old Trafford on Saturday. Huge game at Old Trafford.
Flex seems like he don't even want to talk about it. That's how bad it is.
Now we've got to talk about it. It's peak.
That's done.
It is. I've got a lot of messages.
There was a lovely list
ready.
the other day, wasn't there? Did you see? It was like the first time this happened. The first time.
We are breaking
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag's done this.
Hell of records. So what I'm going to need from you, because obviously we've forged a friendship, a brotherhood.
Mud Brothers.
Whilst
Saeed called us the Mud Brothers.
I like that.
Mud Brothers, yeah.
So I need basically a dossier from you. I know you've got journals and diaries that you've probably kept
notepads
through your of basically how you cope, what you do, like coping mechanisms. Do you just emotionally detach?
You have to laugh.
Do you laugh? Okay,
you have
I
to
did
laugh.
do that.
You have to laugh it off because some of the defending was comical. You have to laugh.
Yeah.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. That's the saying. Everybody says it.
And I was saying to Curtis before, and the thing that's annoying me about us right now is obviously it being in the mud for sure. But when I actually look at the games,
you didn't do that badly.
This is the problem though, that it's not for long enough.
Yeah.
There's periods of the games where we're doing exactly what we're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
We score, or we score first, or we're doing the right things. But all of us, that they will self-combust and mistakes will come in and they're going to F it up. And that's what's happening.
But there's this really weird pattern emerging, right? Where you guys will score a goal and you'll concede
straight away
right after.
Every
it happened
single
against
game.
Bayern Munich. I think it's happened a few times in Premier League games. It happened against Galatasaray.
Yep.
And I was watching you guys. And
it's happening in every single game.
I was like, are you lot taking the mick now? Like,
on purpose.
Like Højlund's busting a gut.
Højlund's great.
I feel sorry for the kid.
I think he's so good.
I didn't know it was that quick.
2 goals.
rapid.
Could have had a third,
rapid.
slightly marginally offside. I'm looking at Onana. I'm looking at Varane, who's just a hologram for the long clearance from Davison Sanchez. Your guy.
No. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
He's got 2 assists.
Wait there.
Bounce.
No, wait there. Speak Dallow's name into the atmosphere. Varane, listen, the ball's gone way over him. Dallow can see that ball coming and chooses. He goes, I'll be all right with Wilfried Zaha body to body. It's his fault.
Him that
it's
upper
not
shoulder, bro.
Yeah.
I said, that's what David Moyes.
It's not that weren't Varane's fault. That was Diogo Dallo, bro. Disgrace.
It was
Andre Onana.
Can we talk about?
Are you still singing that song? That's what I want to know.
KG made the song.
In New York, you
and
said that a lot of times.
And listen, he comes in. I'm a fan. I got to get behind you. And there ain't too many brothers that are keepers as well. Yeah. So I just got to keep it real.
Big Mike,
Maybe for a reason.
Exactly. Big Magic Mike at thing.
Yeah.
Listen, Onana comes in. There's an African keeper at Man United. I'm Caribbean, but listen, I'm rejoicing. I want him to do so well. He's got the kid and play house party trim at Old Trafford in 2023. I want this guy to shine. Listen.
He's a speaker as well. Did he do another post-match interview?
He didn't, and I saw him after the game as well. It wasn't that this time. But he's making hell of mistakes. And he just looks like a bag of nerves. He looks like a bag of nerves. And even, you know what's mad about what Onana's doing at the minute, is you see, even if there's a goal that's scored, right, that actually he couldn't do anything about, you still look at his action and the technique of how it just looks wrong.
Icardi, the little thing.
He was on the floor laying down, bro.
It just looks like you know,
can't get it.
You know, if you go and goal in sevens, You know when you go and goal 7, you play a lot of football, you play a ball, right? You know when you go and goal in 7 aside, and someone has to take a turn at going in goal. So when we try to save it, we do mad stuff.
With your legs and that.
And even the saves he does make, he does shoulder for your feet. Man's just doing
Have you ever seen him actually stand? He's always on the floor.
Sounds like he's not being trained as a goalkeeper.
I don't think he's a keeper.
So there's that.
But at Inter and Ajax was a
100%.
He was making mistakes.
So I'm not going to completely write him off, but I'm not going to be that fan, that's not going to call out what's happening in front of
Is he a downgrade on De Gea?
And obviously,
getting back, he's free agent, baby.
Casemiro is suspended. The Amrabat mistake.
Because of him as well.
One ball over the top. Again, Man United exposed.
Exactly.
But it's once again another example of Pep Guardiola bigging up somebody in a game against Man City in the Champions League final. Onana,
and Ten
he's
Hag.
incredible. What a player. Well, I wouldn't mind having him. Man United immediately in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Man United.
Ten Hag managed him at Ajax.
Man United.
So he knew him
It's actually
already.
bigger than that.
Ten
this time.
Hag, lad.
Ten Hag actually knows the guy.
That's
and
maybe the problem as
Listen, look, I saw David De Gea, coming at Man United in his first season. It was basically like this. And he was awful the whole year. He went on to have a 12-year career at Man United. Gary Neville said before Onana even comes, like before he even came, like Man United goalkeeper is probably the most scrutinised position in English football. Like and I'm telling you now, Onana's got a big character, but it is weighing him down. He looks shook. And Ten Hag's got to get these players out of it. But Man United just generically being in the mud. This was the period of games after like playing against teams where you can lose to. This was the period of games where Man United was supposed to get their act together, build some momentum, and start getting some W's. And now they've played 2 games in the Champions League and conceded 7 goals. And you're looking at it and going,
Copenhagen
might not get out of the group. If you don't beat, Man United got to beat Copenhagen home and away just to have a chance to get out of the group.
Have you seen
And then they've got
Copenhagen's
Bayern
home
Munich.
record?
Yes, solid.
Galatasaray away.
Solid.
Copenhagen
And get something out of that. Not going to happen.
Do you know
Copenhagen at home don't play.
Yeah.
They don't play.
Oh, my advice, keep your Thursday nights free, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
No,
you might be back in that Europa League.
Oh, you're not going to be
Real
the
quick.
previews at the second half of the season.
No.
You did this last season as well, didn't you? You didn't do the previews
No, I didn't
so
do
on a
previews.
Thursday, and you're going to do it
He
again.
dunked out.
4th in the group.
What are you saying?
And just chill in the midweek after that. I don't want you dropping into Europa.
You'll end
if
up in
you're a
Europa.
disgrace like that and you can't get out of a group with Galatasaray,
Nah, but imagine this: Liverpool v United and final.
I don't want that.
Why? Because you'll
You
get
take it,
told.
man.
I would love that.
I want us to do our flipping. I want us to do our jobs in the flipping Champions League where we should be finishing minimum 2nd in that group. But at the end of the day, Man United got other ideas. But Brentford, massive game. People can say Brentford ain't been at it, they've been a bit off it. If I'm Thomas Frank, I'm thinking that Man United team is fragile. Even if they're playing well, we can score at any moment. And if we score first, my God, they're going to shit the bed.
Can I ask you a question? Let's say you lose to Brentford.
Yeah.
Then is it international break after
It
that?
is.
Yeah.
Then
Sheffield United away.
okay, so you probably should beat
I
that.
could
But
see-
let's say you lose to Brentford.
Yeah.
Is there any question marks about his job?
Nah, there won't be.
Still not.
He won't get sacked, nah. He won't.
How far can it go before he does?
You probably have to lose to Sheffield.
Take
wouldn't
a
you?
leaf out of our book. Let's let this be a minimum relegation battle before we start.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're teetering.
Why is he
We're
not
just there.
under, why is the question mark not there?
So I think there is definitely, in my opinion, I can't speak for the whole fan base. I think there is a loud minority of Man United fans, about 20 to 30%, I would say, that are like, nope, I can see where this is going. He hit the guy, sack him. But I think the majority are like, listen, 4 months ago, in June, we were saying, well done, you've done so well in in a turbulent season. You've got 3rd. Obviously, there's injuries. There's loads of things to sort out. You're not immune from criticism. You're now getting shit wrong. In-game management, substitutions, favourites, stubbornness. That's at your doorstep. Yep. But there's enough credit in the bank still. And actually, how we're playing, like I said, it's really weird. We're not getting smashed every game. We're doing stupid, dumb things.
Individual errors.
Where you're like, how can Ten Hag bro, I've set you up to create. We're creating. I've set us up to get Højlund chances. He's getting chances. I've set us up to be on the front foot, and we're doing that in spells of the game. And then you lot are making mad mistakes. And actually, having Amrabat left back against proper wingers was never going to be the script.
Who else would he have
We got no one. That's what I'm saying.
That's Ten Hag's mistake,
So
though.
he's getting little things. No, but we don't have no left back.
Three left backs.
They play a
in,
different
right?
system. Do something, lad. It's his job to do that. It's his job to galvanise your players, get them to believing in the philosophy and get them going, lad. That's what his job is there to do. And he did it last season.
You don't rate
It's not I don't rate him. I just don't think the squad's behind him very much.
That's exactly what
I
I
just
think.
really get the impression that they're not. I think there's little factions that might have formed
Definitely
over certain decisions that have been made in and around the club, and obviously there has been external factors that he can't control.
Yeah.
But I do think some decisions, maybe have gone against him. I don't support United. I don't know. But just from an outside looking in, I just don't look at them as a team that's fighting for that manager, in my opinion.
It comes down to a lot of things. You don't know how Ten Hag personally, so how we're having conversations right now, you don't know how he talks to his players.
Yeah.
He could be really iron fist ruling. He could be really...
Which you think he
I think
probably
he's
would
quite
be.
And so
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
not nice. You need
No.
somebody that's personable that you can talk to. I don't know.
But the problem is, though, is you're right, because you need to learn how to manage different
People.
egos, different
Man
people.
manager.
However, the Manchester United players are notorious for downing tools
throwing
or
the manager.
not answering to authority. They needed somebody even though it's going to be bad and feel bad, they needed someone to come in and say, I don't care.
Yeah,
do you
but
know
I do
what?
think
Mourinho do.
But now he's trying to,
the head teacher vibe wears off.
But that's what he is doing
and
now.
things like that.
But now he's cherry picking because now he won't go for Rashford even though he's playing terrible.
That's the problem.
Now he won't go for Bruno. So now he kind of knows. Yeah, exactly.
What I was watching, funnily enough, ironically, I was watching the Beckham documentary yesterday, and Ferguson was just one way with everyone. Yeah. It was like, if anybody, Neville said it 1,000 times, anybody stepped out of line, you're finished. Like he is gonna. But Ten Hag seems to like pick and choose when he wants to do it.
But the stepping out of line is different though. But performance-wise, so Marcus Rashford hasn't stepped out of line where he should never play again. Bruno hasn't. It's bad form.
It's bad form. Yeah.
When a man has stepped out of line, Ronaldo, he was gone. Well, that was we'd done it before. He had to go do it himself. Sancho won't say sorry. You ain't playing for me again. He's Maguire. I don't think you're good enough. You're not the captain anymore. You ain't playing. He's made big choices. He's come in and done the authoritarian thing. But the problem is now, and it's more of an indictment on our players and their mentality, that the fact that I'm worried that if he drops Rashford, I think he could lose him. That's pathetic. Because if you're Rashford and you get dropped, if he did.
It's a joke.
Like when Mo Salah comes off, and he's ripping off his wristband things. He's pissed off in that moment.
He's coming off.
But he knows the next time Mo Salah plays, he knows he ain't coming off because he's going to put in a shift. And on top of that, the players get behind that because of the track record that Klopp's got
and also
in terms of they've won stuff. So everything that he's doing, but we're losing.
I think the personal relationship as well that you have.
I think with Ten Hag, the problem is like second season, I watched Man United play and I'm like, there ain't really that much of a style of football there. Like it still looks like individual brilliance. And all that iron fist thing, I think you can do that if you're getting results because you think, well, he's strict, but we're winning. But he's falling out with players, and I reckon Sancho's probably quite popular amongst like Rashford and people like that. So I just think it feels like there's a bit of chaos behind him
also,
as well.
Complete chaos.
I don't think he has the strength in depth to have the confidence to drop players.
Totally.
There you go. There's players in there that he doesn't want anymore.
It's not to say that Rashford shouldn't be dropped or Bruno shouldn't be dropped. They should. But who's coming in for them? And is that going to impact your results and make you lose more? Because is Garnacho ready to start? Every time Garnacho starts, he doesn't really look like he's ready. Palestri, is he really off the level needed? And then if they come in to show that iron fist, to show that, you can be dropped, and then you lose, which is most likely going to happen, and then
you've lost the senior man.
You've lost the senior players.
The
senior players are looking at you like, okay, you dropped me, so now what? You still lost. Say something. And now you're in this like, what do? You bring them back? You can't bring them back. You just lost them.
So don't get me wrong. You are the manager. That's why you get paid the millions. But I'm like, listen, he's bringing off Rashford. He's doing it. He's stagnating how he's doing it. Against Palace, right? Rashford come off in the 77th minute, and he should have come off before that when Palestri got hooked because it's easy to take the kid off. The game against Galatasaray, he come off 10 minutes earlier. He come off in like the 68th minute. This is Marcus Rashford. That's Ten Hag's way of doing it slowly.
How is he reacting when he's coming off? Is he like... he's just...
not bothered.
Walks off, innit?
I feel like Rashford and Ten Hag, that connection don't look very strong to me.
But you hear the thing though, Curtis, but you know what? This time last year, we're going, look what Ten Hag's done for Rashford. Rashford come off his
scoring.
worst.
Can I ask you,
I think you were more together last year, to be honest with you. I look at you and I just don't see a together group. In my opinion.
Can I ask you one final question? If it became a situation where it was Ten Hag versus some of these players, we're talking about the Rashfords, the Sanchos, whose side are you on where it's like, do you know what? I'd rather get rid of Rashford and keep Ten Hag if it came down to...
You know what? I don't even see it about like as black and white as get rid of this man for the manager. I just want to see the players who deserve to play, and the players who don't deserve to play, not play. I just want to see a consistency in I don't think you're doing your job very well, so I'm going to mix up for this and not have to worry about it. But essentially, far too many times there's been player power at Man United. So if I'm being honest, I want to see the manager prevail. I do. I want to see but the manager is always supposed to be the most important person at the football club.
Yes.
And we haven't had that for a long time. It feels shit right now. There's loads of fires to put out, but essentially winning is what can change it. Yeah. And if we don't start winning soon, this is going to snowball into a bad place. So yeah, Brentford, really quickly before we move on, prediction.
I mean, do you know what? Brentford are bad as well. I don't think they've won in like 4 or 5 games, but
another record.
Your confidence is low, man. I feel like they could get a draw, Brentford, honestly, because they are quite resilient. I wouldn't be surprised if you won, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Same, 1-1. Genuinely.
Who's at home?
Man United.
I'll make it.
Doesn't matter.
Makes no difference.
I'll make it a bit different. I'll go 2-1 Brentford.
Okay.
Every single
Against you
score for her ops.
It's fine. Don't worry. Like you said, we'll all be there when the time's right.
No.
Just ignore and move on.
I gave Liverpool a draw.
That is not a win.
To be honest,
Don't disrespect Brighton.
to be honest, it can happen. So I'm not even
can
mad.
happen.
Matisse.
United at home. I'm gonna go with a draw as well. I just feel like.
Oh, ops. Fucking then.
I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm gonna go 1-1 as well.
Okay.
It just seems it, doesn't it?
What
It just
do you
looks like
think?
it.
It just feels
Flex, lad, what's yours?
I'm gonna back my team to win.
Good lad.
I don't know why,
Good
but
lad.
I am.
1-0.
Very tight. 1-0 or
Yeah.
2-1. Won't win by more than one goal.